Hello, Magi, and today we got some interesting news. So, I got like, what, maybe 30 minutes to kill before I got something to do, so let's make this quick. So, the important part is, there's a new official Touhou book. This one's called The Grimoire of Usami, will be released on March 25th, 2019. You're seeing it on the screen right now, I'm posting it. So, I have another link right here. Oh, excuse me. On the Amazon page, The Grimoire of Usami, wherever the fuck that is. It's, fuck, whatever. Let's look at the Reddit page, because I think that's probably the better choice for me to look. So, The Grimoire of Usami, Hifu, Kura Abu Ik. Fuck that shit, I'm not bothering. The Grimoire of Usami Secret Ceiling Club Other World Shooting Record. Fuck it. Oh, okay. So, so from what I'm understanding, this is a new Danmaku book, which is pretty good, because the last one we had was The Grimoire of Marissa. Which was quite a long ago. Not like long ago, but I can't remember how far I got up to. It could have been up to maybe how far did it get to? That's a very good question. Give me a second, be right back. I need to figure this out. Okay, so I'm at the Grimoire Marissa page, and actually, it has been a while. It's been a fucking while. It's almost 10 years. Shit, I thought it was like 4 or 5 years ago. No, it's fucking 10 years ago. Almost 10 years. Because the release of this is again March 25th, so this will be about almost 10 years. So, wow, okay, we definitely needed a new Danmaku book. So that's good. That's good to know. So obviously, for the Danmaku book from that time period, I think it was up to Scarlet Weather. Let me type in let me type in Satori. Okay, no, Satori was in there, so it had up to Subterranean. Let's think of 10 Desires. Miko. No, so it was up to 10 Desires at most. Not 10 Desires, yeah. It was up to Subterranean and it stopped there. So just to let you know that. So this has been a while. So a new Danmaku book is pretty good right there. I want to check real quickly. Okay, so obviously, so it does show the fighters. Obviously, makes sense. It showed the fighters spell cards. I was thinking it was only the main shooter games, but no, it showed the fighters as well. So, that is the Grimoire of Usami. So, for what I'm guessing is, because at the time of writing it, at the time of this, I was thinking it could either deal with the obviously the Secret Ceiling Club. There's two ways to look at it. It deals with Sumiriko or deals with Maribel and Renko, because remember, they are both from the Secret Ceiling Club, but at different timelines. But I have to imagine this is a good chance going to be Sumiriko, because remember, if it's dealing with Danmaku spell cards, Sumiriko was the only one of the three members who's actually seen Danmaku. Because remember, for Marissa, she's the one. Marissa has seen all these spell cards and then documented it in her own style for this work. While with the Grimoire of Usami, I have to imagine this is Sumiriko's point of view of the spell cards she has seen. Now the question remains: if this is written by her, does that mean we will only see spell cards from her point of view, like Urban Legend and Tenemi, Violet Detector? Because remember, for Marissa, it's reasonable because remember she's the main character, so she's always been shown. But if this is called the Grimoire of Usami, it's a possibility it could just be purely from Sumiriko's point of view, which could mean only the spell cards from the game, from the fighters. But at the same time, this would be a good chance to revisit, or not to revisit, but to showcase all the ones from 10 Desires and upwards, you know? So I'm not for sure how this is going to play out, because as you can tell, this is kind of, it really depends on how Zune is doing this. Obviously, we don't have any pictures, we just got, that's it. We don't have a picture or anything. Again, it's coming out on March 29th. And yeah, the 25th, 2019, so yeah. We don't really get much details regarding it. I mean, unless you can fucking read this shit, then by all means, read it to your content. Maybe, something about the Hakuei Shrine? Okay, I'm not too sure. Again, I don't trust too much into that, you know, so we'll wait and see how that plays out, you know. I'm really excited for this because you know, more spell card books is always good. It always gives you more information to the girl's abilities. And I got a lot of funny random comments, as you know. So those are always good. Those are always the best parts to look at. But it is nice to see the Grimoire Usami. Again, the fighters spell cards would definitely have to make place there. The good question is what update, because as you know, since this okay, since it's Usami, it's at the very least gonna be the fighter. So there's a good chance, I'm speculating that we'll see old characters like Moku, Raisin, that sort of characters get an updated version of this book because they are old characters from the Grimoire Marissa, and they had their spell cards from back then. But now that they're fighters, they have to have updated spell cards. Now I have to imagine they'll probably be using spell cards we as players can use in game, the 3 spell cards, or they can do it from the story spell cards. Everybody has a story spell card, depending on how they want to approach that, right? Which they probably will do both because, you know, Reimu, Marissa, they both have their signature abilities like Fantasy Seal and Master Spark. So I have to imagine the one like Raisin, Moku will kind of have that kind of thing as what's going on. But again, the only main question, like I mentioned, like I reiterated, is does it only focus on the fighting characters, or does it incorporate other spell cards from like 10 Desires and up from events she was not present? Or it could be possible that other people are pitching into the deal. Because remember, Marissa would make sense because she's did this before. Aya and Hatsute could be possible candidates because for their games, Shoot the Bullet and Double Bullets, they did write comments down on everybody's spell cards, or at least the ones they had came across. So that's an option too, because it's gonna be because the thing is, if it's just Sumu Rigo's point of view from the spell cards she's seen, that makes sense. But if she tries to cover spell cards from the old games and using old screenshots, that's gonna be a little weird because obviously she wasn't there during those periods, unless for some reason the girls showcased their spell cards against Sumiriko, which I don't know why they would do so just randomly like that, unless she told them ahead that she's doing this book. But yeah, that's just my thoughts about this. Again, it's not a very long video, but I just want to get you guys up to speed with this. A lot of random shit I forget at times, like I forgot to mention the fan game jam and all that, but when it comes to the main stuff, like the official stuff, I try to be on the top of that. So yeah. Interesting stuff. I can't wait to see what's gonna go on. It'll be a while before we can actually, the English readers can actually read that shit, because it takes a long time for these things to get translated, which I understand. It's a fan-made thing. I mean, it's fan-translated, so it'll take some time. Like, I don't even know some of the other print words, like alternative facts is completely translated. You know, we take time. It takes time for these things to be done, but it's just nice to know either way that something new is coming out. And don't forget, 2019 will be a year where a new game is being launched. Now, main game for sure, because it's been following the 2-year set pattern for a while now. So every 2 years, it is 2019, so this is going to be the year when a new official game's coming out around the August period, or maybe a trial before it, because the trial will, or at least like a new news for that shit. Because I kind of forgot, I think, for those who are not wary, Touhou, the main Touhou games always come out in a 2-year period. At least when I've started in the series, 10 Desire, I mean, Double Dealing Character was 2013, Hidden Legacy was 2015, Hidden Star was 2017, and then, you know, the next game is gonna be 2019. At least that's how it's been for me. And I've looked back at the wiki. Let me look at the wiki, and it's kind of been following that pattern every 2 years. That's 2009 UFO, 2009, 10 Desires, 2011, and 10 Desires. No, not 10 Desires. Fucking DDC, Double Dealing Characters. It's 2013. So yeah, every year follows the whole, you know, 2 years for a main game to come out, which is fine. And then, you know, the spin-offs are kind of like, they can be in the same year or different year. Now, those are kind of like depending on the situation, as you know. So those ones, like, it cannot. Just keeping wary. Plus, we already got one pretty quickly because we had the Tenemy and then Bodily Detector. So, you know, just be wary of that. So yeah, good stuff to know about the Grimoire of Usami. I want to thank the Touhou Discord channel because they just pinned it, and I was like, oh shit, I got something to report on. And then obviously the Reddit page for posting this. I want to thank both places for mentioning it. Really glad. So yeah, super nice stuff. If you guys have anything to comment on that, please write it down below, and I'll try to get to discussing it. Unfortunately, there's no pictures of it, so I can't use that as a thumbnail, but I'll just use something of Sumiriko. Okay, that's good. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. So like always, this is Magi. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.